The Hashira training arc of Demon Slayer. Ooh boy. This first episode starts off good and had a great start with Tsunemi and Iguro fighting a bunch of demons. And just killing them. And then one of the demons escapes and flees into the Infinity Castle. Where Tsunemi and Iguro try and go after him. He ends up closing it on them and they are not able to get in. The Hashira also come up with a plan to train, getting ready for the fight against Muzan Kibutsuji, the demon that looks like Michael Jackson. Not a lot happens in the arc until the last two episodes, so the video may end up being pretty short. In episode 2, Ubuyashiki uses a crow to ask Tamayo, right here. And she's a good demon living in a house in the middle of I don't know where. And the crow is asking Tamayo if she can come to the Ubuyashiki mansion to help Ubuyashiki. We get a look into Gyu's past, and that because Sabito was the only one who technically passed the final selection, Sabito was actually meant to be the Water Hashira. But Gyu was not. But unfortunately, since Sabito had saved Gyu and Gyu technically passed the final selection. And was made the Water Hashira. From episodes 3 until 6, the training portion starts. Tanjiro does training with Uzui first, which involves running around a mountain, and then sparring with Uzui, which goes surprisingly well, actually. Then you go through Muichiro's training, which is sparring again, but with real swords this time. This is just an example person, this isn't actually Tanjiro. And then they all throw paper aeroplanes with Muichiro. Next up is Mitsuri, who is training everyone with yoga poses for flexibility, which Tanjiro seems to be pretty good at. Iguro's training is next, where Tanjiro has to strike very precisely in between targets. So it's all about precision. Tsunemi's training just kind of turns into an all-out brawl. Because, man, Tsunemi is really just punching Tanjiro. It just becomes a fight. It always becomes a fight to the death. Except, no one dies. Literally just Tanjiro versus Tsunemi. Finally, it's Gyomei's training, which had Tanjiro stand underneath the waterfall, while Zenitsu and Inosuke are doing it as well. Zenitsu end up clinging to a rock for warmth. I still think Zenitsu is really annoying. There's also a log lifting exercise that had to be done. And then there's also boulder pushing, where Inosuke was surprised that Tanjiro was getting ahead of him. And Inosuke wants to try racing Tanjiro to see who can get the boulder pushed the distance needed first. While all this is going on, the new upper fourth demon, Nakime, is trying to survey the Demon Slayer cores. And she's trying to locate Nezuko. She is a demon who has conquered the sun, and Muzan Jackson over here wants that immortality from the sun. And you can't see her face, but that is Nezuko. Episode 7 goes into Gyomei's past and shows that he was a teacher with multiple students. One day a kid stayed out too late and met a demon. And he then proceeded to bring the demon to the temple to kill everybody else just to save his own skin. Spoilers. He did not save himself. He died along with most of the other children. Once Gyome sees the demon and how many children he has killed, he goes really mad in like rage mode, like, damn. That's also he got a scar on his forehead. But yeah, he beat the demon so badly, he just kept beating its face in. And yeah, he went ham. Like, that demon, no way he recovering from that. And Sayo is probably traumatized from this, getting confused. And she called Gyome a murderer. And then, yeah, he was going to prison. If Ubuyashiki hadn't, well, intervened and taken him in, then, yeah, Gyome would have been executed. He would have been just straight up dead. Tanjiro and Giyu also find out a fact while Giyu is training Tanjiro, and they find out that Tsunemi likes red bean mochi. So they think of ways where Giyu can become friends with Tsunemi, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Tsunemi is too stubborn. Meanwhile, Tsunemi goes out at night and is walking downstairs when he sees one of Nakime's eyeballs surveying the area. And he grabs it in his hand, squashes it, and wonders what it is. That number 4 can only mean one thing. That's a demon. Finally, on to the last episode, episode 8. Muzan finally makes his grand appearance in the Ubuyashiki mansion to try and retrieve Nezuko. With possibly one of the coolest and craziest anime entrances I have ever seen. He has smoke behind him, he has a slow walk, he has the whole shebang. Oh my god. And I'm sorry, Muzan's part of Ubuyashiki's bloodline? What the? Who? Huh? How? What? But it's also revealed that due to the demon being Muzan, being born into the Ubuyashiki family, the whole Ubuyashiki clan was cursed. And it cursed the family from then on. And it made all the Ubuyashikis that were born weak and sick and poorly. And none of them lived past the age of 30. So they've been trying to get rid of Muzan to lift this curse. To truly get rid of the curse, they need to kill Muzan. And Mr. Ubuyashiki here has just a trick for that. Suddenly combusting his entire house and mansion into flames, killing himself, his wife, and his 2 kids. All to try and kill Muzan. He is an absolute madman. And look at this explosion right here behind me. It's astounding. Just the blocks of the building coming off. It's a lot. I don't know how to explain it. And then you just have this massive explosion here. Listen to this impact of the explosion. But somehow Muzan is so strong, and as the head demon I guess you'd expect him to be, he does not die from this. He may look like and smell like a rotting corpse, but he's still alive after all this, because of his regeneration. It's insane. The amount of regeneration power Muzan has is Unmatched. And he's definitely gonna curse Ubuyashiki for this. Even if he's dead, he's still gonna remember Ubuyashiki. And he's gonna hate him for an extremely long time. Then somehow we aren't even done, because there was another trap laid from Ubuyashiki. Because there's a secret blood demon art. I wonder who this is. I actually didn't know. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. But it's actually Tamayo. Because remember when Ubuyashiki used the crow to call her to help? She helped, alright. Muzan is now immobilized. He cannot move. He's just stuck. And he's trying to absorb the blood spikes, but that is not working. And Tamayo also stuck her fist through Muzan. And tried to let Muzan absorb it, because she said it held the drug that turned demons back into humans. But I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe it is. Maybe Muzan becomes a human after this. I doubt it. Because he's stupid strong. But who knows? Maybe. Tamayo is crazy though. Due to the explosion heard earlier, the Hashira were already coming to the scene. And Tamayo calls for Gyomei. And using that same concealment, he's swinging that axe like no tomorrow. Oh wait, that's a mace. Never mind. And it goes straight through Muzan's head. Bam, clean off. Just clean. Clean shot overall. But somehow, even after all of that, he's still alive. And his head regenerated. So he might as well only be able to die from the sunlight. And then Gyomei starts fighting him like mad in this epic action sequence. It was so epic Crunchyroll stopped. That's how epic it was. Keeps buffering. That's how epic the fight is. I also just want to show this. That was such a crazy sequence. The way he was reconstructing. This is definitely one of the best episodes of Demon Slayer. The last one of the Hashira training arc. Definitely one of the best ones. Then everyone else is arriving. With, like, the other Hashiras are arriving, as well as Tanjiro. And they're all seeing Muzan. Gyomei calls to everyone and says it's Muzan. That's the one that's been the head of this whole thing throughout this whole time. And everyone goes start attacking him with all their breathing, the mist breathing, the insect breathing, the serpent breathing, the love breathing, the water breathing, the wind breathing, and the Hinokami Kagura. And they're all going to attack him. But Muzan has one more trick up his sleeve. And into the Infinity Castle they all go. And he also grabbed some other people as well, like Genya and Inosuke. And in one of the coolest ending shots ever, set up for a movie, Tanjiro yells at Muzan saying he will defeat him. And that's where the season ends, and it's so good. It had me wanting more. Yeah. I cannot wait for the Infinity Arc movies. If that's the kind of setup we have, my god, I can only imagine how crazy the Infinity Arc movies are gonna be. Last 2 episodes, it would have been a 5 or 6 out of 10, but the last 2 episodes, it bumped it up to an 8. It's so good. Especially that end part. My god. Yeah, I'd like to know, are you all excited for the final arc to Demon Slayer, the Infinity Castle arc? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, with that, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye, bye bye.